everybody, Geraldine Rose here. Today's another sympathy card, one that started out and went in a completely different direction. I started this card last week when I got the notification about one of our crafty friends' father's passing. That was when I was into that wax resist technique, and I messed around a little bit more with it. This one I ran through the embossing folder, the Altenew Charming Mandela one. I did that twice, thinking I could get a really light impression in the background and do it in washes of purple and gray. Typical sympathy card, right? I still struggled with this. As I said in the other video, I really could not get a good impression on this. One side I've got watercolor and the other I've got some hammer mill, and I just couldn't get the wax to transfer. I'm wondering if it's because either my iron is too old or I just don't have enough pressure left in my old arms to push down hard enough. I took what I had, and the watercolor panel, I put it down. I wanted it loose because I wanted it to go all the way out to the edges. And I forgot to spray the background because I sprayed the front but not the back, and that's why it started curling. But if you spray the back, it will flatten itself out. As you see, it's going down, and it will stick itself to your mat, like your mixed media mat. My friend likes watercolors. I grabbed out one of my pan watercolor sets. I also had some of my tube watercolors in the lid on that. I'm using the purple and the blue tones. I'm using washes with it. I'm splattering it with the brush. I'm drop splattering it with the brush like this. I got out some ink in the purple tones, threw some water in. That's what I'm drop splattering here with this one. And I want the inks to move, so I'm going to pick it up and I'm just going to get them to swoosh back and forth. I'm going to smoosh it into my mixed media mat to get the wash all the way across. And as you can see, I'm working with a really wet panel here so that I can keep moving the inks around. And I could see that it already was not resisting against the wax, that not enough had transferred against the watercolor panel. So I just went, okay, well, we're just gonna go let it be what it wants to be for our friend. And I would bring in the really concentrated colors, like that was with one of the brush watercolor pens. I'm also bringing in some Lindys because our friend works with Lindys quite a bit. And I know that this panel is still really wet, and so they will start dispersing. But I'm not done with it, because after I get the Lindys down, I'm going to bring out that old chunky kosher salt and dribble it over the really wet parts of this, and then I'm going to spray it again because I want those Lindys to activate and I want them to run. And the same thing, that I want to make certain that that salt is touching wet paint and ink and Lindys all the way around it so that it can do those salt effects as it dries out. Now, for good measure, we're just going to throw in 2 of the purple micas here as well. I'm going to give it another spritz, and that is going to get them to blend out a little bit more. I was thinking at this point that I wanted it to end up like a cloud texture in the background, and that was some oxide sprays as well. Those will add kind of a gasoline ringy effect, some of them. So while I've got that put aside, because it's going to take several hours to dry, and I leaned it up in front of my fan in the hallway and I just let it blow against it. I went back to that hammer mill panel and I thought, okay, this one looked like it had more wax on it. So I started out with the lighter tones, and that wasn't enough, so I kept deepening the purples up. And I could see here that, hey, I've got a little bit of an effect around the outside. Maybe if I die cut it out, I can get something with it. So I put it aside to dry because the inks, of course, dry back and spread out. And I worked on the inside of the card. So I have the penny black, the sympathy sentiments there. We're going to do a little bit of an ombre with the purples with some slight wash of blue. And once we have that ink down, we're going to bring the pigment ink in. This is the Altenew, the Antique Gold. And we're going to go just over the top of it for a shimmer effect. And now pay attention to the orientation that I have on this card. You can see this is portrait. keep this in mind. This will come in handy in the future. I also had the Ulta New Beautiful inside for the main sentiment there. And again, light purples with a slight hint of blue. I was having trouble with the inks right in the middle because I couldn't get them quite to transfer because I was pressing so lightly with those delicate sentiments. You really want to do too much. Oh, custom stamp on the back. And these butterfly die cuts, I'm not a fan of butterflies, but that's not my thing to worry about for this card because my friend is. And it's not about me, it's about her. So these are the few butterfly things that I own. I was given them by someone else. I have no clue what brand they are, as I said. But they do have some nice patterns, so I cut it out in a light blue vellum. And I thought if I cut the butterfly shapes out of that wax resist panel, the purple one that we had put aside to, soften out, that it would look quite nice against this. Now, I didn't know this at this time, but one of my other best friends, she's had the same idea. Both of us were thinking so alike. We must know our friend really well. Hers is completely different than mine, and it's all good. It's all good. So vellum, of course, curls. I finally figured out, put it down on the panel that you're cutting out first, and then put your block over so that it dries flat. Here I'm scraping the salt off. That's what I kept the last time to make that geode card. So I've got it in a little bag. I thought, maybe try another geode card. But I wanted to do a drop eclipse for this card. So I have the Versatile Greetings 3 out with Sympathy because I needed a bold sentiment underneath the front. I'm auditioning colors for it. Which of these purples is going to work? And I flipped back and forth between this dark one and the light purple one. And I thought, well, the light purple one's going to look too much like I've just put it over white cardstock. So I did end up using the dark one. And then once it was cut out, I ran it through the Carnival Canopy embossing folder so that it looks like a sun ray burst coming out of clouds. And put some foam tape around the back. I also cut out the foam tape I had another piece of the release paper on one side of the foam, and I ran it through with Sympathy, and then I picked out the word, and then I put the other part around the with Sympathy so that it will hold it up, but at the same time, it's giving that drop eclipse, right? Because it's the white foam. And then once I had that panel down, I dropped the dark purple with Sympathy into it, and I started positioning the butterflies, bigger one down at the bottom, smaller ones going towards the top so that it looks like they're flying farther away. And I had a couple left over, and this is where I figured out that, you need to redo the inside because you changed your orientation. So I had to redo that whole part. I didn't film it. I figured you guys had already seen it. And I used a couple of the leftover butterflies on the inside. Here, one enamel dot with a heart. I did put some of the stickles over top of it just to give a wee bit of shine. And there you are. It's a finished Sympathy card for my friend. It's already been mailed off. It's unfortunate that we have to do these things, but hey, that's why we're crafters. So you go be that change you want to see in the world. Oh, hey, there's only a week left of my birthday month, and we were trying to reach 700 at least. Please share. Let's get me up over that mark and on my way to 1K. Thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you guys all next time. All right, bye-bye, everybody.